There can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. We have published this also. Now you see how the administration plays. The NGT found it to be clear it was the failure of the respondent business entities for not reclaiming. Nelson Mandela once said, there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. By the end of this video, you will see a clear reflection of our collective behavior in this regard. Today, I am going to talk about a significant order pronounced by the National Green Tribunal, NGT, Principal Bench. The order was pronounced on 18th April 2024. Hearing was completed on 15th March 2024 and the order was reserved. It's about justice to 5 deceased children in Muzaffarnagar, Uttar Pradesh. Original application number 604/2023 in the matter of Hussain Ahamad versus State of Uttar Pradesh and others in the NGT Principal Bench. The quorum: Justice Prakash Shrivastava, Chairperson; Justice Sudhir Agrawal, Judicial Member; Dr. A. Senthilwell, Expert Member; and Dr. Afroz Ahmad, Expert Member. So 4 members, 2 judicial members, out of which NGT Chairperson himself, and who doesn't know Justice Sudhir Agrawal, and 2 expert members. According to the application and FIRs, 5 bodies of children were recovered from pits excavated by brick kiln owners, which were filled with water, rainwater. But then, how come it reaches NGT? Surprisingly, even my wife asked me the same question. Well, because soil was excavated and used for brick making, and this case therefore involves illegal mining activities conducted by 2 business entities in Muzaffarnagar district of Uttar Pradesh. These activities resulted in creation of pits in nearby agricultural fields, which got filled with rainwater during rainy seasons. Unfortunately, the children fell into these pits and drowned. This underscores the dangers posed by illegal mining and the importance of enforcing regulations to prevent such tragedies. We have published this also. I am giving you a link to the article in the description. It's a paid one, and do avail a paid subscription on environnotations.com and stay updated. Coming back to the matter, as the matter was filed, the National Green Tribunal, the NGT, formed or constituted a joint committee on 13th October 2023. The joint committee comprised of Uttar Pradesh Pollution Control Board, Central Pollution Control Board, and the District Magistrate of Muzaffarnagar District, and they investigated the incidents or incidences. Despite notice, one of the brick kiln owner, Ma Bhagwati Brickfield, didn't respond, and Sri Ram Brickfield denied responsibility in its reply. Let me tell you that the entities' names are written as Sriram Brickfield and Bhagwati Brickfield, and sometimes Sriram Brickkilns and Ma Bhagwati Brickkilns also. So the joint committee submitted a report on 3rd January 2024, but the NGT found that the report was not containing one major aspect, and that is the compensation to the families. So the NGT sought a supplementary report which was filed on 1st March 2024. Now you see how the administration plays. The report explained that compensation could not be paid due to change in the cause of accident and subsequent lack of post-mortem examinations. Further, on 5th March 2024, the Joint Committee disclosed that one of the brick kiln owners, in the name of Sriram Brickfield, has provided 1 lakh compensation each to the families of 2 deceased children, while the owner of the other one, Ma Bhagwati Brickfield, expressed willingness to compensate 3 families, but it requested for 15 days time. The NGT examined the issue as to whether the accident has occurred on account of the negligence and failure of the respondent entities to comply with the environmental norms or environmental laws. The NGT found it to be clear that death of the 5 children had taken place on account of their accidental drowning in the pits dug up by the 2 entities, Ma Bhagwati Brickfield and Sri Ram Brickfield, while illegally extracting the soil beyond the permissible limit. And these pits were filled with rainwater and mud, hence were not visible, which resulted into the accidental death. It was the failure of the respondent business entities for not reclaiming the mined areas and also leaving it unfenced. So it comes under the principle of absolute liability. The NGT concluded that the 2 entities are deemed liable to compensate the families of the deceased and the injured. Ma Bhagwati Brick Kiln is directed to pay 20 lakh rupees for each deceased child, totaling 3 children. Sriram Brick Kiln, having already compensated 2 families with 1 lakh rupees each, must now pay an additional 19 lakh rupees per child. And one important thing here, the state government will initially disburse the compensation and it will recover from the companies or the entities later on. The district magistrate must ensure the payment within 2 months with a report submitted to the tribunal within 3 months. Now the children will not come back, but justice prevailed. And this order cites a number of references, including norms for compensation, how the compensation should be calculated, norms for compensation. I think one must read the order. So that's all in this post. Before concluding, I want to reiterate, get a paid subscription to enviroannotations.com for exclusive updates. One more thing is, I am no longer the owner of Enviro Annotations. It is Sunita Mishra now. So please don't send any financial support to my number. You may please send it to the number I've given in the description. It is 93124 91427 and the UPI ID is 93124 91427 at Kotak. Your support ensures our continued ability to deliver valuable environmental insights. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.